Hi everyone, I'm really glad you're here, and thank you for clicking on this video today. Before we get started, if you enjoy improving your English through natural conversations, real examples, and step-by-step guidance, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. It helps more learners around the world find these lessons, and it motivates me to keep creating new content for you. Now, take a breath, get comfortable, and let's begin this journey toward confident, fluent English together. In today's lesson, we are going to train your speaking, listening, expression, and fluency in a way that feels natural and practical. Many learners around the world feel nervous when speaking English, especially in real conversations. Some worry about vocabulary, others worry about grammar, and many simply don't know how to sound confident and fluent. If you have ever felt this way, you are not alone. Millions of learners from countries like India, Brazil, Vietnam, Mexico, Indonesia, Turkey, Thailand, Japan, South Korea, France, and many more experience the same challenge. That is why this lesson is designed to guide you step by step, helping you speak clearly, express your thoughts, and use more advanced language without feeling stressed. To begin, let's warm up with a simple speaking and listening rhythm exercise. Repeat after me in a smooth and natural flow. I want to improve my English. Again, a little more confidently. I want to improve my English. Now with more rhythm. I want to improve my English so I can communicate clearly. By speaking in connected phrases rather than single words, your speech becomes more natural and more fluent. This type of practice builds flow, confidence, and comfort when speaking in real situations. Now let's move into vocabulary expansion. Imagine a basic sentence like, I am tired. This is correct, but very simple. Repeat the advanced version after me. I am exhausted after a long and demanding day. Another version. I feel completely drained after working nonstop. And another. I'm worn out after handling so many tasks. Each version communicates the same idea, but with richer vocabulary and stronger expression. This type of vocabulary upgrade is what allows you to move from basic communication toward advanced fluency. Let's try another example. The basic sentence is, the food was good. Repeat after me. The meal was delicious and full of flavor. Another version. The food was wonderfully prepared and incredibly satisfying. And one more. Every bite was rich, flavorful, and beautifully balanced. When you practice like this, you train your brain to choose more expressive words automatically. Now let's focus on connectors that make your speech flow smoothly. Many learners use simple connectors like and, but, and because. To sound more fluent, repeat these after me. Although, nevertheless, moreover, consequently. On the other hand, these connectors help organize your thoughts and make your sentences sound natural and educated. For example, repeat this upgraded sentence. Although I wanted to go outside, the heavy rain kept me indoors. Another version. I wanted to go out. Nevertheless, the weather forced me to stay inside. These connectors create smooth transitions that make your speech sound confident and fluent. Next, let's practice expanding simple sentences into more descriptive expressions. The basic sentence is, my day was busy. Repeat the advanced version. My day was incredibly demanding with non-stop responsibilities. Another version. It was a hectic day filled with challenging tasks and constant activity. And one more. Today felt overwhelming with back-to-back duties and very little time to rest. This exercise helps you describe your experiences more vividly, which is a key skill in natural English communication. Now let's work on fluency through rhythm. Instead of speaking word by word, speak in natural chunks. Repeat after me. I went to the store. Again, smoother. I went to the store to pick up a few things. Now even more natural. I went to the store to pick up a few essentials before dinner. When you speak in connected phrases, your fluency improves and your English sounds more natural to native speakers. Next, we will practice descriptive language. The basic sentence is, "The weather is nice." Repeat the advanced version. "The weather is pleasantly warm with a gentle breeze." Another option. "The day feels refreshing with soft sunlight and comfortable air." And another. "The weather is beautifully mild, perfect for walking outside." Notice how these sentences create an image in the listener's mind. This ability makes your English engaging and expressive. Now, let's practice idioms to sound more natural. Repeat after me. I was completely wiped out after work. Another one. Learning advanced grammar can feel like climbing a mountain at first. And another. I was over the moon when I heard the good news. Idioms help you sound more like native speakers and add color to your communication. Next, we will practice synonyms to express different intensities of emotion. Repeat after me. I was delighted to meet her again. Another. He felt content after finishing his work. And another. She was ecstatic when she achieved her goal. Choosing the right synonym shows precision in meaning, which is an advanced skill in English. Now let's practice paraphrasing. This helps you keep talking even when you forget a word. For example, if you forget the word restaurant, you can say the place where people go to eat. Repeat after me. It costs a lot of money. Now again. The price is very high. Both paraphrase the word expensive. Practicing this skill helps you stay fluent even when vocabulary disappears from your memory. Next, let's practice register, changing tone depending on the situation. Repeat informal. Want to grab dinner tonight? Now formal. Would you like to join me for dinner this evening? Both communicate the same idea, but in different contexts. This flexibility is essential for advanced communication. We will continue building on these skills, adding more structure, fluency, expression, storytelling, contrast, emphasis, persuasive language, conditional forms, advanced vocabulary, discourse markers, and real-life speaking practice. Now, let's move into a speaking exercise that strengthens confidence and rhythm at the same time. Repeat after me slowly, focusing on natural flow. I want to express myself clearly in English. Again, a little smoother. I want to express myself clearly in English when speaking with others. Now, with confidence. I want to express myself clearly and confidently in English in real conversations. Practicing sentences like this helps your tongue, your breathing, and your thinking work together. The more you repeat, the more natural it becomes. Next, let's practice descriptive storytelling. Many learners feel stuck when talking about their day, so we will develop that skill step by step. Repeat the basic form. I went to work today. Now an improved version. I went to work today and completed several important tasks. Now a more advanced version. I went to work today and focused on completing several important tasks that required concentration and patience. And now a fluent, natural version. I went to work today and spent most of my time completing several important tasks that required focus, communication, and careful attention to detail. This type of expansion helps you fill conversations naturally without sounding repetitive or simple. Now let's train emotional expression. Repeat after me. I felt happy today. Now expand. I felt genuinely happy today because things went smoothly. Now deepen it. I felt genuinely happy today because everything went smoothly and I felt productive and appreciated. Being able to express emotion clearly helps you connect with others and communicate more naturally. Next, we will upgrade how you give opinions. Repeat the basic form. I think this idea is good. Now the advanced version. I believe this idea has strong potential and could work well. And a more refined form. From my perspective, this idea has strong potential and could be highly effective if developed and applied correctly. Speaking like this shows confidence, clarity, and maturity in communication. Now let's practice polite disagreement, something many learners struggle with. Repeat after me. I see your point, but I'm not completely convinced. Another. That is an interesting opinion, however. I would consider it differently. And another. I understand where you are coming from, though I believe there might be another approach. These forms allow you to participate in discussions without sounding rude or abrupt, which is essential in professional situations. Next, we will train phrasal verbs that native speakers use constantly. Repeat after me. She brought up an interesting topic during the meeting. Another. I came across a useful article this morning. And another. We ran out of time, so we had to continue tomorrow. Using phrasal verbs makes your speech sound more natural and less translated from your native language. Now let's practice collocations, natural word combinations that advanced speakers use. Repeat after me. Make a decision. Take responsibility. Deeply concerned. Strong possibility. Crystal clear. Now put them into sentences. I had to make an important decision today. Another. She took responsibility for completing the project. Another. I was deeply concerned about the situation. And one more. The explanation was crystal clear and easy to understand. Mastering collocations helps your English flow smoothly and naturally. Next, let's practice contrast. Repeat after me. Although the task was difficult, I managed to complete it. Another. While I enjoyed the event, I felt tired afterward. And another. The weather was cold, nevertheless. We continued our plans. These structures allow you to express complex ideas with balance and clarity. Now, let's work on storytelling detail. Repeat after me. Yesterday evening, I met a friend at a small cafe. Another. We talked for hours about work, goals, and plans for the future. Another. The atmosphere was peaceful, and the conversation felt meaningful and refreshing. Storytelling is one of the biggest indicators of fluency because it combines vocabulary, rhythm, detail, and emotional expression. Next, we will train emphasis with structure. Repeat after me. What I appreciated most was the effort you put into your work. Another. It was the kindness in her voice that made me feel calm. And another. What impressed me was how dedicated the team remained throughout the project. These sentence forms help you highlight the most important idea, making your speech more expressive and engaging. Now let's practice conditionals, which many learners want to improve. Repeat after me. If I practice every day, I will become more fluent. Another. If I had started earlier, I would already be more confident. And another. If I were more confident, I would speak more freely in conversations. Practicing these structures helps you talk about possibilities, regrets, and imagined situations, which is a key feature of advanced English. Next, we will work on advanced adjectives and adverbs to make your descriptions richer. Repeat after me. The view was breathtaking. Another. The performance was remarkably impressive. Another. She worked tirelessly to achieve her goals. Using strong, descriptive language makes your English sound powerful and memorable. Now, let's train passive voice in a natural way. Repeat after me. The meeting was postponed due to unexpected events. Another. The results were announced this morning. And another. The building was constructed more than a century ago. Passive structures help you shift focus in a sentence, which is useful in formal communication. Next, we practice relative clauses for smooth, connected ideas. Repeat after me. I admire people who are always willing to learn. Another. This is the place where we first met. And another. She spoke to the teacher who encouraged her to continue studying. These structures allow you to express more information without stopping or restarting your sentence. Now let's train advanced connectors for professional and academic expression. Repeat after me. In spite of the challenges, we succeeded. Another. Provided that we cooperate, the project will progress smoothly. And another. Notwithstanding his lack of experience, he performed exceptionally well. These expressions make you sound sophisticated and educated in English. We will continue expanding your speaking abilities, practicing real-life conversation patterns, advanced transitions, rhetorical questions, persuasive language, fluency drills, confidence expression, abstract thinking, metaphorical language, nuance, politeness strategies, intensifiers, downtoners, speculative forms, academic vocabulary, interview readiness, and long-form speaking stamina. Now let's continue with a fluency expansion exercise that helps you speak longer without stopping. Repeat after me. There are several reasons why practicing English every day is important. Now, expand. There are several reasons why practicing English every day is important, because it helps vocabulary become more natural. Now, extend further. There are several reasons why practicing English every day is important, because it helps vocabulary become more natural, builds confidence, and improves the rhythm of your speech over time. This structure teaches you how to speak in longer stretches, which is one of the strongest signs of advanced fluency. Next, let's develop your ability to describe experiences in more detail. Repeat after me. I traveled last weekend. Now expand. I traveled last weekend and visited a new city. Now more advanced. I traveled last weekend and visited a new city where I explored local markets and enjoyed traditional food. Now, fluent and descriptive. I traveled last weekend and visited a new city where I explored local markets, enjoyed traditional food, and spent time walking through charming streets that felt full of history and culture. This type of detailed expression helps listeners visualize your story and keeps conversations engaging. Now let's strengthen your ability to talk about preferences. Repeat after me. I like learning English. Now expand. I enjoy learning English because it helps me communicate. Now more advanced. I enjoy learning English because it helps me communicate with people from different countries and cultures. Now fluent and expressive. I truly enjoy learning English because it allows me to communicate with people from different countries and cultures, and it gives me access to opportunities that I would not have otherwise. Expressing your preferences clearly shows confidence and maturity in language use. Next, we focus on expressing uncertainty politely and naturally. Repeat after me. I'm not sure about that. Now expand. I'm not completely sure about that, but it sounds interesting. Now more advanced. I'm not entirely sure about that, but it sounds interesting and I would like to know more before deciding. Being able to express uncertainty without sounding negative is a valuable communication skill. Now, let's practice rhetorical questions, which make your speech more engaging. Repeat after me. Isn't it amazing how much progress you can make with daily practice? Another. Don't you feel more confident when you speak English regularly? And another. Who wouldn't want to sound natural and fluent in another language? These questions invite emotional connection and keep listeners engaged. Next, we will develop your storytelling confidence through sensory detail. Repeat after me. The room was quiet. Now, expand. The room was quiet and peaceful. Now, advanced. The room was quiet and peaceful with soft light and a calm atmosphere. Now, fluent and vivid. The room was quiet and peaceful with soft light, calm air, and a relaxing atmosphere that made it easy to think and focus. Sensory language makes your English more immersive and expressive. Now let's practice polite requests, which are important in real-life situations. Repeat after me. Could you help me with this? Another. Would you mind explaining that again? And another. I was wondering if you could give me a little more information. These forms help you communicate respectfully and professionally. Next, we develop persuasive language. Repeat after me. In my opinion, practicing speaking daily is essential. Now expand. In my opinion, practicing speaking daily is essential because it builds confidence. Now advanced. In my opinion, practicing speaking daily is essential because it builds confidence and helps vocabulary become automatic in real conversations. Persuasive language helps you share ideas with clarity and influence. Now let's train abstract expression. Repeat after me. Learning English gives me opportunities. Now, expand. Learning English gives me opportunities to grow. Now, advanced. Learning English gives me opportunities to grow personally and professionally because it connects me to new perspectives and new people around the world. Abstract expression allows you to speak beyond surface level. Next, we will practice comparisons. Repeat after me. This book is better than the last one. Now, expand. This book is much more interesting than the last one. Now, advanced. This book is far more interesting and insightful than the last one because it explores deeper ideas. Comparisons help you evaluate and describe experiences with more precision. Now let's work on small talk fluency, useful for conversations with strangers or colleagues. Repeat after me. How has your day been so far? Another. What have you been working on recently? And another. Have you watched or read anything interesting lately? Small talk helps you start conversations naturally and confidently in English-speaking environments. Next, we train transition markers for smooth dialogue. Repeat after me to begin with. In addition, on the other hand, to summarize. Now put them into flow. To begin with, practicing daily builds confidence. In addition, it improves fluency and vocabulary recall. On the other hand, studying without speaking can slow your progress. To summarize, daily practice is the key to improvement. These transitions help structure your speech and make you sound organized. Now we move into expressing future intentions. Repeat after me. I am going to study English more seriously. Now expand. I am going to study English more seriously to improve my speaking skills. Now advanced. I am going to study English more seriously to improve my speaking skills so that I can communicate naturally in professional and social situations. Speaking about intentions clearly shows direction and determination. Next, we will train reflection and advanced communication ability. Repeat after me. I realized that practice helps me improve. Now expand. I realize that practice helps me improve faster than I expected. Now advanced. I realize that practice helps me improve faster than I expected, and it has changed the way I feel about speaking English. Reflection adds emotional depth to your communication. Now let's build confidence expressions. Repeat after me. I believe I can become fluent. Now expand. I believe I can become fluent if I continue practicing. Now advanced. I believe I can become fluent if I continue practicing consistently and push myself to speak more in real situations. Belief language helps strengthen motivation and self-trust. We will continue building your fluency with deeper dialogue structures, advanced emotional vocabulary, opinion development, scenario speaking, interview practice, collaborative communication, storytelling arcs, spoken rhythm exercises, listening shadowing patterns, spontaneity training, hesitation reduction, and real conversation simulation. Now, let's continue by practicing longer connected speech, which helps you sound smooth and confident. Repeat after me. I want to improve my English so I can communicate more naturally. Now expand. I want to improve my English so I can communicate more naturally and participate in conversations without hesitation. Now stretch it further. I want to improve my English so I can communicate more naturally, participate in conversations without hesitation, and feel confident speaking with people from different countries. Training longer connected thoughts like this builds stamina, fluency, and mental flow. Next, let's practice expressing motivation. Repeat after me. I want to learn English for my future. Now, expand. I want to learn English for my future because it will help me access new opportunities. Now advanced. I want to learn English for my future because it will help me access new opportunities, build meaningful connections, and open doors that would otherwise remain closed. Speaking about motivation clearly helps listeners understand your purpose and makes communication more meaningful. Now let's train conversational rhythm. Repeat after me smoothly. I didn't understand at first, but after listening again, it became clear. Now again, this time with more natural pacing. I didn't understand at first, but after listening again, it became clear and easier to follow. Rhythm helps your speech sound natural, especially in real conversations. Next, we will practice expressing agreement in different strengths. Repeat after me. I agree. Now, stronger. I completely agree with that point. Now, nuanced. I agree with that point to some extent, although I think there are additional factors to consider. This shows flexibility, balance, and maturity in communication. Now let's train disagreement politely. Repeat after me. I don't think I agree with that. Now softer. I'm not sure I fully agree with that idea. Now more advanced. I appreciate your perspective, though I see it a little differently based on my experience. Polite disagreement is essential in academic, workplace, and international communication. Next, we will practice conversational follow-ups, which keep discussions alive. Repeat after me. That's interesting. Can you tell me more about it? Another. How did you feel about that experience? And another. What made you decide to do that? These phrases help you continue conversations smoothly and naturally. Now let's practice expressing curiosity, an important communication skill. Repeat after me. I'm curious about how that works. Another. I've always wanted to understand that better. And another. Could you explain what you mean in a little more detail? Curiosity makes conversations deeper and more engaging. Next, we will develop emotional range. Repeat after me. I felt relaxed and comfortable. Now stronger. I felt incredibly relaxed and completely at ease. Now deeper. I felt incredibly relaxed and completely at ease, as if all the stress had disappeared. Being able to express emotion with variety helps you sound more expressive and relatable. Now let's practice talking about challenges. Repeat after me. I found it difficult at first. Now expand. I found it difficult at first, but it became easier with practice. Now advanced. I found it difficult at first, but it became easier with practice, and now I feel more confident and comfortable using it. This structure helps you explain learning experiences clearly. Next, we will train storytelling about memorable moments. Repeat after me. I had a great experience last month. Now expand. I had a great experience last month when I traveled to a new place. Now, advanced. I had a great experience last month when I traveled to a new place and met new people, and the trip left me feeling inspired and refreshed. Storytelling builds connection and fluency. Now let's practice expressing gratitude. Repeat after me. I appreciate your help. Now expand. I truly appreciate your help and support. Now advanced. I truly appreciate your help and support because it made a real difference and helped me improve. Gratitude language helps you communicate politely and warmly. Next, we will develop descriptive adjectives for everyday topics. Repeat after me. The movie was interesting. Now, expand. The movie was fascinating and emotionally engaging. Now, advanced. The movie was fascinating and emotionally engaging, with powerful moments that stayed in my mind long after it ended. This type of descriptive language keeps listeners interested. Now, let's strengthen your ability to describe people. Repeat after me. She is kind. Now expand. She is kind and thoughtful. Now advanced. She is kind and thoughtful, always paying attention to how others feel and offering support when it's needed. Being able to describe people naturally improves social communication. Next, we will practice expressing hopes and expectations. Repeat after me. I hope to improve this year. Now expand. I hope to improve this year by practicing more consistently. Now advanced. I hope to improve this year by practicing more consistently and challenging myself to speak more often in real conversations. This helps you communicate future goals clearly. Now let's train expressing surprise. Repeat after me. I was surprised. Now expand. I was pleasantly surprised by the result. Now advanced. I was pleasantly surprised by the result because it turned out much better than I expected. Expressing reactions naturally is an important part of fluency. Next, we will work on expressions that transition ideas smoothly. Repeat after me. First of all, moving forward. In addition to that, to wrap up, now use them in flow. First of all, daily practice builds confidence. Moving forward, vocabulary becomes easier to remember. In addition to that, speaking becomes more natural. To wrap up, practice is the key to fluency. Transition mastery helps your speech sound organized and professional. Now let's develop conversational confidence through self-assured language. Repeat after me. I feel more confident when I practice regularly. Now expand. I feel more confident when I practice regularly because I can hear my improvement. Now advanced. I feel more confident when I practice regularly because I can hear my improvement and notice how much easier speaking becomes over time. Confidence expression helps reinforce progress. We will continue strengthening your fluency with question development, scenario conversations, turn-taking skills, speaking endurance, emotional nuance, social interaction language, workplace speaking patterns, academic tone control, narrative flow, expression of opinions, collaborative dialogue, and real-world communication situations. Now let's continue by developing your ability to describe routines in a natural and flowing way. Repeat after me. I wake up early every morning. Now, expand. I wake up early every morning and prepare myself for the day. Now more advanced. I wake up early every morning and prepare myself for the day by organizing my tasks and getting mentally ready for work or study. Being able to describe routines clearly helps you participate in everyday conversations with native speakers and other learners. Next, we will practice talking about progress. Repeat after me. I am improving. Now expand. I am improving because I practice often. Now advanced. I am improving because I practice often, listen actively, and challenge myself to speak even when it feels difficult. Talking about progress helps you build a growth mindset and maintain motivation. Now, let's develop your ability to describe environments. Repeat after me. The place was beautiful. Now, expand. The place was beautiful with nice views. Now, advanced. The place was beautiful with breathtaking views and a calm atmosphere that made me feel relaxed and peaceful. Descriptive environments help enrich storytelling and conversation. Next, we will train social conversation phrases. Repeat after me. It's nice to meet you. Another. How have you been lately? And another. That sounds like an interesting experience. These expressions help you communicate in friendly and natural ways during real interactions. Now let's practice expressing time and duration. Repeat after me. I studied for 1 hour. Now, expand. I studied for 1 hour and learned new vocabulary. Now, advanced. I studied for 1 hour and learned new vocabulary that I was able to use immediately in real sentences. Time expressions help structure narratives and descriptions. Next, we will practice expressing responsibility. Repeat after me. I have a lot to do. Now, expand. I have a lot to do and need to stay focused. Now, advanced. I have a lot to do and need to stay focused so that I can finish everything on time and feel satisfied with the results. Responsibility language helps express productivity and planning. Now let's develop your ability to talk about learning experiences. Repeat after me. I learned something new today. Now, expand. I learned something new today that was useful. Now, advanced. I learned something new today that was useful and helped me understand English more clearly than before. This allows you to reflect on your learning journey naturally. Next, we practice expressing interest and enthusiasm. Repeat after me. I am interested in improving my English. Now expand. I am really interested in improving my English because it helps me communicate. Now advanced. I am really interested in improving my English because it helps me communicate, learn new ideas, and connect with people from different cultures. Enthusiasm makes communication lively and engaging. Now, let's train expressions used in group discussions. Repeat after me. I would like to add something to that idea. Another. I think we should consider another viewpoint. And another. Maybe we could explore a different approach. These expressions help you participate confidently in collaborative situations such as study groups or work meetings. Next, we will practice expressing expectations. Repeat after me. I think this will be helpful. Now, expand. I think this will be helpful for my learning. Now, advanced. I think this will be helpful for my learning and will support my long-term progress as I continue practicing. Expressing expectations shows thoughtfulness and planning. Now let's practice talking about habits. Repeat after me. I practice English every day. Now expand. I practice English every day to improve. Now advanced. I practice English every day to improve my fluency, expand my vocabulary, and feel more confident speaking naturally. Habit language is useful for self-expression and motivation. Next, we develop your ability to describe reactions. Repeat after me. I felt excited. Now expand. I felt excited about the opportunity. Now, advanced. I felt excited about the opportunity because it allowed me to grow and challenge myself in a positive way. Reaction language adds emotional depth to your communication. Now let's practice expressing opinions with reasoning. Repeat after me. I think this method works well. Now, expand. I think this method works well because it is simple. Now, advanced. I think this method works well because it is simple, practical, and easy to apply in real conversations. Clear reasoning strengthens your communication. Next, we will train expressing limitations and boundaries. Repeat after me. I don't have much time. Now, expand. I don't have much time today to study. Now, advanced. I don't have much time today to study, but I will review a little so I continue progressing. This helps you communicate realistically and responsibly. Now let's train expressing positive reflection. Repeat after me. I feel good about my progress. Now expand. I feel good about my progress because I can see improvement. Now, advanced. I feel good about my progress because I can see improvement and feel more confident speaking in different situations. Positive reflection strengthens motivation. We will continue developing natural conversation structure, listening response balance, dialogue flow, situational speaking, spontaneous expression, tone control, emotional nuance, confidence signaling, longer speech endurance, and real-life conversational simulation. Now let's continue by strengthening your ability to describe personal goals in a natural way. Repeat after me. I want to become more fluent. Now expand. I want to become more fluent so I can communicate easily. Now advanced. I want to become more fluent so I can communicate easily, participate in discussions, and feel confident expressing my thoughts in English. Speaking about goals clearly helps you express ambition and determination. Next, we will practice expressing preferences with detail. Repeat after me. I prefer studying in the morning. Now expand. I prefer studying in the morning because it feels quiet. Now advanced. I prefer studying in the morning because it feels quiet and my mind is clear, which helps me focus and learn more effectively. Detailed preferences make conversations richer and more engaging. Now let's train travel-related conversation, a common topic among learners worldwide. Repeat after me. I like visiting new places. Now expand. I like visiting new places and learning about different cultures. Now advanced. I like visiting new places and learning about different cultures because it broadens my perspective and helps me understand the world better. This type of expression sounds natural and internationally relatable. Next, we will practice workplace-related communication. Repeat after me. I worked on a project today. Now expand. I worked on a project today that required concentration. Now advanced. I worked on a project today that required concentration and teamwork, and I felt satisfied when we made progress. Workplace language is important for professional communication. Now let's build your ability to express personal growth. Repeat after me. I am getting better. Now expand. I am getting better because I practice. Now advanced. I am getting better because I practice and challenge myself to use English in more complex situations. Growth language supports motivation and confidence. Next, we practice expressions used when asking for clarification. Repeat after me. Could you repeat that, please? Another. Could you say that in a different way? And another. I want to make sure I understand correctly. These expressions help you communicate smoothly even when you miss something. Now, let's practice describing weather in a more advanced way, since it is common in daily conversation. Repeat after me. The weather was hot. Now expand. The weather was hot and uncomfortable. Now advanced. The weather was hot and uncomfortable, with heavy air that made it difficult to stay outside for long. Detailed description adds realism and fluency to your speech. Next, we will train expressing excitement. Repeat after me. I am looking forward to it. Now, expand. I am really looking forward to it because it sounds enjoyable. Now, advanced. I am really looking forward to it because it sounds enjoyable, and I think it will be a meaningful experience. Excitement language shows energy and positivity. Now let's practice discussing learning strategies. Repeat after me. I practice listening every day. Now expand. I practice listening every day to improve comprehension. Now advanced. I practice listening every day to improve comprehension and understand native speakers more naturally in real situations. Discussing learning strategies helps you speak about your journey like an advanced learner. Next, we will train expressions related to decision-making. Repeat after me. I need to make a choice. Now expand. I need to make a choice and think carefully. Now advanced. I need to make a choice and think carefully so that I choose the option that benefits me the most. Decision language helps structure thoughtful conversation. Now let's practice describing memory and reflection. Repeat after me. I remember that moment. Now expand. I remember that moment clearly. Now advanced. I remember that moment clearly because it had a strong impact on me and stayed in my mind. Memory language builds emotional storytelling ability. Next, we will practice expressing limits politely. Repeat after me. I can't do that today. Now expand. I can't do that today because I'm busy. Now advanced. I can't do that today because I'm busy, but I will try to make time for it soon. Polite limitation helps you communicate boundaries respectfully. Now let's develop expressions that show empathy. Repeat after me. I understand how you feel. Now expand. I understand how you feel and why it was difficult. Now advanced. I understand how you feel and why it was difficult, and I think you handled the situation well. Empathy language deepens connection and communication. Next, we will train expressing satisfaction. Repeat after me. I'm happy with the results. Now expand. I'm happy with the results because I worked hard. Now advanced. I'm happy with the results because I worked hard and can see clear improvement in my skills. Satisfaction expression reinforces motivation. Now let's practice discussing future plans. Repeat after me. I plan to study more. Now expand. I plan to study more this month. Now advanced. I plan to study more this month so I can make steady progress and achieve a higher level of fluency. Future planning language helps organize your speech and thoughts. Next, we develop conversational turn-taking. Repeat after me. What do you think about that? Another, I'd like to hear your opinion. And another, feel free to share your thoughts. Turn-taking helps create smooth, interactive conversations. We will continue building your speaking stamina, natural expression, storytelling depth, listening reflection, scenario communication, confidence phrases, social interaction language, descriptive clarity, emotional nuance, persuasive tone, and real-life dialogue practice. Now let's continue by strengthening your ability to describe accomplishments in a natural way. Repeat after me. I finished an important task today. Now expand. I finished an important task today and felt relieved. Now advanced. I finished an important task today and felt relieved because it required effort, focus, and patience to complete. Speaking about accomplishments helps show confidence and self-awareness in conversation. Next, we will practice expressing challenges and how you overcame them. Repeat after me. It was difficult at first. Now expand. It was difficult at first, but I kept trying. Now advanced. It was difficult at first, but I kept trying and eventually understood it more clearly, which made me feel proud of my progress. This type of language helps communicate resilience and determination. Now, let's practice expressing admiration. Repeat after me. I admire people who work hard. Now expand. I admire people who work hard and stay focused. Now, advanced. I admire people who work hard and stay focused, especially when they continue improving, even when things become challenging. Admiration language communicates respect and maturity. Next, we develop your ability to describe daily life experiences. Repeat after me. I went shopping yesterday. Now expand. I went shopping yesterday and bought a few things. Now advanced. I went shopping yesterday and bought a few things I needed, and the trip was relaxing because the store was quiet and not crowded. Daily descriptions like this help you speak naturally about real life. Now let's practice emotional reflection connected to learning. Repeat after me. Sometimes I feel nervous speaking English. Now, expand. Sometimes I feel nervous speaking English, especially with strangers. Now advanced. Sometimes I feel nervous speaking English, especially with strangers, but I remind myself that practicing is the only way to improve. Reflective statements show emotional intelligence and growth. Next, we practice expressing curiosity about others. Repeat after me. Where did you learn English? Another. What motivates you to improve? And another. How do you practice in your daily life? These questions help create deeper conversations and show interest in the person you're speaking with. Now let's develop your ability to express relief. Repeat after me. I feel better now. Now, expand. I feel better now that the problem is solved. Now, advanced. I feel better now that the problem is solved and everything is back under control. Relief language expresses emotional transitions smoothly. Next, we will train narrative sequencing. Repeat after me. First, I started studying. Then, I practiced speaking. Finally, I felt more confident. Now, advanced flow. First, I started studying. Then, I practiced speaking with more focus. Finally, I felt more confident and comfortable using English in real situations. Sequencing is important in storytelling and explanations. Now, let's practice describing positive experiences. Repeat after me. I enjoyed the conversation. Now expand. I enjoyed the conversation because it was interesting. Now advanced. I enjoyed the conversation because it was interesting and meaningful, and it helped me express myself more naturally. Positive experience language keeps conversations engaging. Next, we develop expressions that show encouragement. Repeat after me. You're doing great. Another. Keep going. You're improving. And another. Your effort is paying off. Don't stop now. Encouragement language builds supportive communication, especially in group learning settings. Now, let's practice expressing personal insight. Repeat after me. I realized I need more practice. Now, expand. I realized I need more practice to improve fluency. Now, advanced. I realized I need more practice to improve fluency, especially in real-time conversations where I need to think and speak quickly. Insight language shows reflection and awareness. Next, we practice discussing shared experiences. Repeat after me. I feel the same way. Now expand. I feel the same way when I speak English with new people. Now advanced. I feel the same way when I speak English with new people because it makes me nervous at first, but I relax once I become more comfortable. Shared experience language helps build rapport and connection. Now let's develop conversational balance by practicing follow-through statements. Repeat after me. That sounds great. Now expand. That sounds great. I would like to know more. Now advanced. That sounds great. I would like to know more about your experience and how it helped you improve. Follow-through language keeps conversations alive instead of stopping abruptly. Next, we train expressing intention with confidence. Repeat after me. I will practice more. Now expand. I will practice more starting this week. Now advanced. I will practice more starting this week so I can strengthen my fluency and feel more natural when speaking. Confident intention builds direction and commitment. Now let's practice describing energy levels. Repeat after me. I felt tired today. Now expand. I felt tired today after a long day. Now advanced. I felt tired today after a long day, but I still practiced because I want to keep improving. Energy language helps you express physical and mental states naturally. Next, we will develop expressions used in polite conversation closings. Repeat after me. It was nice talking to you. Another. I enjoyed our conversation. And another. I hope we can speak again soon. Polite closings are essential for smooth social communication. We will continue strengthening your fluency with deeper storytelling, longer speech construction, expressive tone control, confidence-building language, dialogue flow, question-response structure, descriptive realism, emotional storytelling, and natural conversation development. Now, let's continue by practicing more advanced storytelling that helps you speak longer without stopping. Repeat after me. Last weekend, I spent time with my family. Now, expand. Last weekend, I spent time with my family, and we shared a nice meal together. Now advanced. Last weekend, I spent time with my family, and we shared a nice meal together while talking, laughing, and enjoying a relaxing evening that helped us feel connected. Storytelling with emotional detail makes your English engaging and memorable. Next, we will develop your ability to describe personal improvement. Repeat after me. I feel like I am making progress. Now, expand. I feel like I am making progress because speaking is becoming easier. Now, advanced. I feel like I am making progress because speaking is becoming easier and I'm able to express myself more naturally without thinking too much. Progress language reinforces confidence and growth. Now, let's practice expressing opinions about experiences. Repeat after me. I liked the event. Now expand. I liked the event because it was enjoyable. Now, advanced. I liked the event because it was enjoyable, well organized, and gave me a chance to meet interesting people. Opinion expansion helps strengthen conversation depth. Next, we will train expressions that acknowledge others. Repeat after me. I understand what you mean. Now, expand. I understand what you mean and I see your point. Now, advanced. I understand what you mean, and I see your point, and I think your perspective adds useful insight to the discussion. Acknowledgement language builds respect and connection. Now let's develop expressions used to share new information. Repeat after me. I learned something interesting today. Now, expand. I learned something interesting today about English. Now, advanced. I learned something interesting today about English that helped me understand grammar more clearly and use it more confidently. Sharing information strengthens conversational participation. Next, we practice expressing uncertainty with politeness. Repeat after me. I'm not sure. Now, expand. I'm not sure, but I can try. Now, advanced. I'm not sure, but I can try and see if I understand correctly. Polite uncertainty makes communication smoother, especially in multicultural environments. Now let's practice expressing enjoyment and appreciation. Repeat after me. I enjoyed learning today. Now, expand. I enjoyed learning today because the practice was helpful. Now, advanced. I enjoyed learning today because the practice was helpful and made me feel more confident speaking naturally. Enjoyment language creates positive energy in conversation. Next, we develop expressions for showing willingness. Repeat after me. I am willing to participate. Now expand. I am willing to participate and learn. Now advanced. I am willing to participate and learn because I want to improve and become more fluent. Willingness language supports participation and engagement. Now let's practice expressions that describe mental effort. Repeat after me. I had to think carefully. Now expand. I had to think carefully to understand. Now advanced. I had to think carefully to understand, but once I focused, everything became clearer. Mental effort language adds depth to learning discussions. Next, we train expressions for expressing pride in achievement. Repeat after me. I am proud of myself. Now expand. I am proud of myself for practicing. Now advanced. I am proud of myself for practicing because I can hear the improvement and feel more confident speaking. Pride expression reinforces motivation and persistence. Now let's practice expressing relaxation. Repeat after me. I feel calm now. Now expand. I feel calm now after resting. Now advanced. I feel calm now after resting, and I feel ready to continue learning with a clear mind. Relaxation language balances emotional tone in conversations. Next, we develop expressions used to invite opinions. Repeat after me. What do you think? Another. Do you agree with that? And another. How do you see the situation? Inviting opinions encourages interactive and collaborative communication. Now let's practice expressing appreciation for communication. Repeat after me. Thank you for sharing. Now expand. Thank you for sharing your thoughts. Now advanced. Thank you for sharing your thoughts. They helped me see the topic from another perspective. Appreciation for dialogue strengthens connection and respect. Next, we will train expressions related to planning and organization. Repeat after me. I need to organize my time. Now expand. I need to organize my time so I can study. Now advanced. I need to organize my time so I can study and practice consistently without feeling stressed. Planning language supports productive communication. Now let's practice describing mood and atmosphere. Repeat after me. The room felt quiet. Now expand. The room felt quiet and peaceful. Now advanced. The room felt quiet and peaceful, creating a comfortable atmosphere that made it easy to focus and think. Mood description enriches storytelling and scene setting. Next, we practice expressing determination. Repeat after me. I want to keep improving. Now expand. I want to keep improving no matter how long it takes. Now advanced. I want to keep improving no matter how long it takes because becoming fluent in English is important for my future. Determination language strengthens personal expression. We will continue building your fluency with longer storytelling structures, confident speaking forms, emotional depth, descriptive realism, natural interaction skills, scenario-based dialogue, real-world speaking practice, everyday conversation flow, workplace communication language, academic tone shaping, social fluency, and communication endurance. Now let's continue by strengthening your ability to speak about meaningful experiences. Repeat after me. I had an unforgettable moment recently. Now expand. I had an unforgettable moment recently while spending time with friends. Now advanced. I had an unforgettable moment recently while spending time with friends because we shared stories, laughed together, and created memories that I truly value. Speaking about meaningful experiences adds depth and emotion to your communication. Next, we will develop your ability to describe progress in more detail. Repeat after me. I can see improvement. Now expand. I can see improvement when I listen and speak regularly. Now advanced. I can see improvement when I listen and speak regularly, and it motivates me to continue practicing even more. This reinforces consistency and confidence. Now, let's practice expressing reactions to news or information. Repeat after me. That surprised me. Now expand. That surprised me because I wasn't expecting it. Now advanced. That surprised me because I wasn't expecting it, but it made the situation more interesting and memorable. Reaction language helps you engage actively in conversations. Next, we will train expressions that describe personal values. Repeat after me. I think learning is important. Now expand. I think learning is important because it helps us grow. Now advanced. I think learning is important because it helps us grow, discover new ideas, and understand the world more deeply. Values-based speaking shows maturity and thoughtful communication. Now let's practice expressions that show patience. Repeat after me. I can wait. Now expand. I can wait and take my time. Now advanced. I can wait and take my time because I know progress happens step by step. Patience language promotes calm and confident interaction. Next, we develop expressions used to show interest in someone's experience. Repeat after me. How was your day? Another. What was the best part of it? And another. Did anything interesting happen? These expressions help keep conversations flowing naturally. Now let's train language for describing improvement in confidence. Repeat after me. I feel more confident now. Now, expand. I feel more confident now when I speak English. Now, advanced. I feel more confident now when I speak English because I can express myself more clearly and naturally. Confidence language strengthens self-belief. Next, We practice expressions used to ask for opinions politely. Repeat after me. I'd like to hear what you think. Another. Could you share your opinion? And another. What's your perspective on this? These forms help you engage others respectfully. Now let's develop language for expressing enjoyment in learning. Repeat after me. I enjoy studying English. Now expand. I enjoy studying English because it's useful. Now advanced. I enjoy studying English because it's useful and rewarding, and it allows me to connect with people from many different countries. Enjoyment language strengthens emotional engagement. Next, we will train expressions used to describe discoveries. Repeat after me. I found something interesting. Now, expand. I found something interesting while studying. Now, advanced. I found something interesting while studying, and it helped me understand the topic much more clearly. Discovery language supports learning conversations. Now let's practice describing comfort. Repeat after me. I feel comfortable here. Now, expand. I feel comfortable here because it is calm. Now, advanced. I feel comfortable here because it is calm, welcoming, and helps me focus without distraction. Comfort language makes storytelling vivid. Next, we develop expressions that communicate reassurance. Repeat after me. It's okay, don't worry. Now expand. It's okay, don't worry, you're doing fine. Now advanced. It's okay, don't worry, you're doing fine and improvement takes time. Reassurance language strengthens supportive communication. Now let's practice describing personal reflection about effort. Repeat after me. I am trying my best. Now expand. I am trying my best to improve every day. Now advanced. I am trying my best to improve every day, and I can see that my dedication is helping me progress. Effort language reinforces persistence. Next, we train expressions used to describe helpful experiences. Repeat after me. That helped me learn. Now expand. That helped me learn something new. Now advanced. That helped me learn something new and apply it with more confidence in real situations. Helpful experience language connects learning to application. Now let's develop expressions that describe meaningful conversations. Repeat after me. We had a nice conversation. Now expand. We had a nice conversation about our lives. Now advanced. We had a nice conversation about our lives, our goals, and the things that motivate us to keep improving. Meaningful conversation language increases fluency and emotional depth. Next, we practice expressing readiness. Repeat after me. I am ready to continue. Now expand. I am ready to continue practicing. Now advanced. I am ready to continue practicing and challenge myself even more so I can reach a higher level. Readiness language promotes active learning. Now let's train expressions used to describe anticipation. Repeat after me. I can't wait to learn more. Now expand. I can't wait to learn more and practice. Now advanced. I can't wait to learn more and practice because I'm excited to see how much I can improve. Anticipation language strengthens motivation. We will continue building your fluency with longer connected speaking patterns, emotional resonance, situational dialogue, confidence expression, descriptive storytelling, real-life interaction structures, listening response fluency, social conversation ease, professional tone shaping, and natural communication endurance. Now, let's continue by developing your ability to describe learning milestones. Repeat after me. I reached a new level. Now, expand. I reached a new level because I practiced consistently. Now advanced. I reached a new level because I practiced consistently, challenged myself, and stayed motivated even when it was difficult. Milestone language helps you express achievement and development clearly. Next, we will practice expressing relaxation after effort. Repeat after me. I can finally rest. Now expand. I can finally rest after finishing my work. Now advanced. I can finally rest after finishing my work, and it feels rewarding to know that I gave my best effort. Rest language balances energy and emotion in communication. Now let's train expressions used when meeting new people. Repeat after me. It's nice to meet you. Now expand. It's nice to meet you. I've heard good things. Now advanced. It's nice to meet you. I've heard good things and I look forward to getting to know you better. Friendly introduction language supports social fluency. Next, we develop your ability to describe curiosity about the world. Repeat after me. I want to learn more. Now expand. I want to learn more about different cultures. Now advanced. I want to learn more about different cultures because understanding them helps me communicate and connect with people more respectfully. Cultural curiosity strengthens international communication. Now, let's practice expressions used to describe habits that support improvement. Repeat after me. I study a little every day. Now, expand. I study a little every day to keep learning. Now, advanced. I study a little every day to keep learning and to build strong habits that support long-term fluency. Habit language supports sustainability and discipline. Next, we will train describing surprising improvements. Repeat after me. I didn't expect that. Now expand. I didn't expect that, but it made me happy. Now advanced. I didn't expect that, but it made me happy and showed me that small efforts can create big results. Surprise language adds natural emotional expression. Now let's practice expressing empathy in conversation. Repeat after me. I understand. Now expand. I understand how that feels. Now advanced. I understand how that feels, and I know it can be challenging, but you're doing well. Empathy language strengthens connection and rapport. Next, we develop expressions used when offering help. Repeat after me. I can help if you need. Now, expand. I can help if you need support. Now, advanced. I can help if you need support. Just let me know what would be most useful. Offering help develops collaborative communication. Now let's train expressing satisfaction in progress. Repeat after me. I feel good about it. Now expand. I feel good about it because I learned something. Now advanced. I feel good about it because I learned something and can already use it more confidently. Satisfaction language reinforces positive progress. Next, we practice describing shared moments. Repeat after me. We spent time together. Now expand. We spent time together and talked. Now advanced. We spent time together and talked about our experiences, which helped us feel connected and understood. Shared moment expression builds narrative and emotional flow. Now let's practice expressing encouragement for others. Repeat after me. You can do it. Now expand. You can do it if you keep practicing. Now advanced. You can do it if you keep practicing because every step brings improvement and confidence. Encouragement language strengthens supportive communication. Next, we develop expressions that show reflection on effort. Repeat after me. It took time. Now, expand. It took time, but I improved. Now advanced. It took time, but I improved and realized that consistency makes a big difference. Effort reflection connects emotion, growth, and progress. Now let's train expressing clarity. Repeat after me. Now I understand. Now expand. Now I understand the idea clearly. Now advanced. Now I understand the idea clearly, and I can explain it or use it confidently. Clarity language helps you communicate comprehension naturally. Next, we practice expressing openness. Repeat after me. I am open to learning. Now, expand. I am open to learning new things. Now, advanced. I am open to learning new things and expanding my skills in different areas. Openness language supports continuous improvement. Now let's develop expressions used in positive social interaction. Repeat after me. I enjoyed talking with you. Now expand. I enjoyed talking with you and learning more about you. Now advanced. I enjoyed talking with you and learning more about you because the conversation felt natural and comfortable. Social interaction language supports friendly communication. Next, we train describing anticipation and excitement for improvement. Repeat after me. I want to see how much I can grow. Now, expand. I want to see how much I can grow by practicing. Now, advanced. I want to see how much I can grow by practicing and pushing myself to speak more confidently in real situations. Growth anticipation strengthens mindset and motivation. We will continue expanding your fluency with more advanced storytelling flow, deeper emotional expression, interactive conversation building, natural dialogue confidence, situational communication, professional tone refinement, academic clarity, social warmth, expressive detail, and long-form speaking endurance. Now let's continue by practicing conversation language that helps you communicate naturally in group situations. Repeat after me. I'd like to add something. Now expand. I'd like to add something to this discussion. Now advanced. I'd like to add something to this discussion because I believe there's another perspective that could be helpful. Group participation language builds confidence in shared conversations. Next, we will develop expressions for describing inspiration. Repeat after me. I feel inspired. Now, expand. I feel inspired to continue learning. Now, advanced. I feel inspired to continue learning because I can see how much English can shape my future and expand my opportunities. Inspiration language strengthens emotional engagement and motivation. Now let's practice describing memorable lessons. Repeat after me. I learned something valuable. Now expand. I learned something valuable that helped me improve. Now advanced. I learned something valuable that helped me improve and made me realize how important consistent practice is. Valuable learning language adds depth to reflection. Next, we train expressions used when asking for more details. Repeat after me. Can you explain more? Another. Could you describe that a little further? And another. I'd like to understand it better. Can you tell me more? These forms help you continue conversations and gather information naturally. Now let's develop language for expressing balance and moderation. Repeat after me. I want to improve step by step. Now expand. I want to improve step by step without pressure. Now advanced. I want to improve step by step without pressure, while enjoying the process and noticing progress along the way. Balanced expression supports healthy learning attitudes. Next, we practice expressing appreciation for learning resources. Repeat after me. This is helpful. Now expand. This is helpful for my learning. Now advanced. This is helpful for my learning because it gives me clear examples that I can use in real situations. Resource appreciation, language reinforces engagement and gratitude. Now let's train expressions to describe curiosity about others' experiences. Repeat after me. How did you learn it? Another. What helped you improve? And another. What strategies worked best for you? These questions support interactive and knowledge-sharing conversations. Next, we develop language for describing calmness and emotional regulation. Repeat after me. I stayed calm. Now expand. I stayed calm, even though it was difficult. Now advanced. I stayed calm even though it was difficult, and it helped me think clearly and respond more confidently. Emotional regulation language strengthens mature communication. Now let's practice expressing renewed motivation. Repeat after me. I want to keep going. Now expand. I want to keep going because I feel progress. Now advanced. I want to keep going because I feel progress and I'm excited to see how far I can go. Renewal language keeps enthusiasm alive. Next, we train expressions for describing shared goals. Repeat after me. We both want to improve. Now expand. We both want to improve our English. Now advanced. We both want to improve our English and support each other so we can grow faster together. Shared goal language builds connection and collaboration. Now, let's practice describing enjoyment of communication. Repeat after me. I like speaking with others. Now, expand. I like speaking with others because it helps me practice. Now, advanced. I like speaking with others because it helps me practice and makes learning more enjoyable and natural. Communication enjoyment language promotes social fluency. Next, we develop expressions used to reflect on positive change. Repeat after me. Things are getting easier. Now, expand. Things are getting easier as I practice more. Now, advanced. Things are getting easier as I practice more, and I feel more relaxed and confident using English. Positive change language reinforces growth mindset. Now let's train expressions for describing moments of clarity. Repeat after me. Suddenly I understood. Now expand. Suddenly I understood what the sentence meant. Now advanced. Suddenly I understood what the sentence meant, and everything became clearer and more logical. Clarity moments enhance storytelling and learning reflection. Next, we practice expressing trust in the learning process. Repeat after me. I believe this will work. Now expand. I believe this will work if I stay consistent. Now advanced. I believe this will work if I stay consistent and keep challenging myself to speak more naturally. Trust language supports long-term progress. Now let's develop expressions used for gentle advice. Repeat after me. Maybe you could try this. Now expand. Maybe you could try this method to improve. Now advanced. Maybe you could try this method to improve because it might make learning easier and more enjoyable for you. Gentle advice language strengthens supportive communication. Next, we train language for expressing appreciation in conversation. Repeat after me. I'm glad we talked. Now expand. I'm glad we talked because it was helpful. Now advanced. I'm glad we talked because it was helpful, and the conversation made me feel more confident about learning. Appreciation language strengthens social connection. We will continue building your fluency with deeper conversation shaping, emotional storytelling, confident dialogue engagement, structured narrative skills, real-life interaction comfort, professional communication patterns, academic tone clarity, social ease, descriptive richness, and long-form speaking development. Now let's continue by strengthening your ability to describe long-term goals with clarity. Repeat after me. I want to become fluent in English. Now expand. I want to become fluent in English so I can communicate confidently. Now advanced. I want to become fluent in English so I can communicate confidently, participate in international conversations, and access more opportunities in my personal and professional life. Long-term goal language helps you express purpose and vision. Next, we will practice expressing appreciation for progress. Repeat after me. I'm happy with how far I've come. Now, expand. I'm happy with how far I've come because I can notice improvement. Now advanced. I'm happy with how far I've come because I can notice improvement and feel more comfortable speaking naturally in different situations. Progress appreciation strengthens motivation and self-belief. Now, let's train expressions used for asking for someone's experience. Repeat after me. How long have you been learning? Another. What helped you improve the most? And another. Did practicing every day make a difference for you? These types of questions help you engage in deeper conversations and learn from others. Next, we develop language for describing supportive environments. Repeat after me. I feel supported here. Now, expand. I feel supported here because learning feels comfortable. Now advanced. I feel supported here because learning feels comfortable and I can practice without fear of making mistakes. Support language helps build safe communication spaces. Now let's practice expressions used to describe meaningful progress moments. Repeat after me. I finally understood it. Now expand. I finally understood it after practicing. Now advanced. I finally understood it after practicing, and it gave me confidence to continue learning more advanced material. Breakthrough language enhances emotional storytelling. Next, we train expressions for expressing gratitude toward others. Repeat after me. Thank you for helping me. Now expand. Thank you for helping me improve. Now advanced. Thank you for helping me improve. It made a real difference in my progress and confidence. Gratitude language builds positive communication habits. Now let's develop expressions used to describe personal discovery. Repeat after me. I realized something important. Now expand. I realized something important about my learning. Now advanced. I realized something important about my learning, which is that consistent practice leads to real improvement. Discovery language reinforces awareness and growth. Next, we practice expressing enjoyment in practicing with others. Repeat after me. I enjoy practicing together. Now, expand. I enjoy practicing together because it's fun. Now, advanced. I enjoy practicing together because it's fun, motivating, and helps me learn faster. Shared practice language supports collaborative learning. Now, let's train expressions used to describe a turning point. Repeat after me. Everything changed when I practiced more. Now, expand. Everything changed when I practiced more and listened carefully. Now, advanced. Everything changed when I practiced more and listened carefully because I started to understand and speak more naturally. Turning point language creates narrative progression. Next, we develop expressions for expressing encouragement about improvement. Repeat after me. Improvement takes time. Now expand. Improvement takes time, so don't rush. Now advanced. Improvement takes time, so don't rush. Just keep practicing and you will see results. Encouragement language strengthens perseverance. Now let's practice expressing social confidence. Repeat after me. I feel more comfortable speaking with others now. Now, expand. I feel more comfortable speaking with others now because I practice. Now, advanced. I feel more comfortable speaking with others now because I practice and remind myself that mistakes are part of learning. Social confidence language builds interaction ease. Next, we train expressions for describing positive outcomes. Repeat after me. It turned out well. Now, expand. It turned out well and I felt proud. Now, advanced. It turned out well, and I felt proud because I stayed focused and didn't give up. Outcome language reinforces achievement. Now, let's develop expressions used to describe helpful practice techniques. Repeat after me. Repeating sentences helps. Now expand. Repeating sentences helps me remember. Now advanced. Repeating sentences helps me remember and speak more smoothly, especially when practicing rhythm and flow. Technique language helps you discuss learning more clearly. Next, we practice expressing anticipation about future opportunities. Repeat after me. I look forward to using English more. Now expand. I look forward to using English more in real conversations. Now advanced. I look forward to using English more in real conversations because it will help me grow and build confidence. Anticipation language strengthens excitement and readiness. Now let's train expressions that describe supportive attitudes. Repeat after me. We can learn together. Now, expand. We can learn together and support each other. Now, advanced. We can learn together and support each other because teamwork makes learning easier and more enjoyable. Supportive attitudes encourage community growth. We will continue developing your fluency with deeper real-life conversation flow, expressive storytelling structure, confidence-based speech, emotional nuance, descriptive clarity, professional communication, readiness, social ease, academic tone shaping, and extended natural speech endurance. Now, let's continue by strengthening your ability to talk about overcoming difficulties. Repeat after me. It wasn't easy at first. Now expand. It wasn't easy at first, but I kept going. Now, advanced. It wasn't easy at first, but I kept going, and eventually it became more natural and less stressful. Difficulty language helps you describe challenges realistically while staying positive. Next, we will practice expressing resilience. Repeat after me. I didn't give up. Now expand. I didn't give up even when it was hard. Now advanced. I didn't give up even when it was hard because I knew that consistent practice would help me improve. Resilience language shows determination and mental strength. Now let's develop expressions for talking about practical learning habits. Repeat after me. I listen to English every day. Now expand. I listen to English every day to get used to the sound. Now advanced. I listen to English every day to get used to the sound and train my ear to recognize natural rhythm and pronunciation. Habit language connects routine and skill building. Next, we train expressions used to describe excitement about communication. Repeat after me. I love speaking in English. Now, expand. I love speaking in English because it feels exciting. Now, advanced. I love speaking in English because it feels exciting and gives me confidence when I express myself clearly. Excitement language builds emotional engagement. Now let's practice describing moments when English becomes easier. Repeat after me. It started to feel natural. Now, expand. It started to feel natural after I practiced more. Now, advanced. It started to feel natural after I practiced more and stopped worrying about making mistakes. Ease language supports relaxed communication. Next, we develop expressions for talking about language exposure. Repeat after me. I hear English everywhere now. Now expand. I hear English everywhere now, and I recognize more words. Now advanced. I hear English everywhere now, and I recognize more words because my listening skills are improving. Exposure language enhances awareness and progress. Now let's train expressions for describing pride in learning. Repeat after me. I feel proud of myself. Now expand. I feel proud of myself for improving. Now advanced. I feel proud of myself for improving and staying committed to learning. Pride language reinforces confidence and emotional reward. Next, we practice expressing comfort in speaking. Repeat after me. I feel more relaxed when I speak English. Now expand. I feel more relaxed when I speak English with others. Now advanced. I feel more relaxed when I speak English with others because I'm not afraid to make mistakes anymore. Relaxation language reduces anxiety and supports fluency. Now let's develop expressions used to describe positive learning environments. Repeat after me. This is a good place to practice. Now expand. This is a good place to practice because it feels safe. Now advanced. This is a good place to practice because it feels safe and encouraging. Environment language influences mindset and performance. Next, we train expressions that describe increasing confidence. Repeat after me. I believe in my ability to improve. Now expand. I believe in my ability to improve with practice. Now advanced. I believe in my ability to improve with practice because every day I can see small signs of progress. Confidence language boosts internal motivation. Now let's practice expressions used to describe meaningful communication. Repeat after me. I like expressing my ideas. Now expand. I like expressing my ideas in English. Now advanced. I like expressing my ideas in English because it helps me share my thoughts with others. Expression language develops conversational purpose. Next, we develop expressions for describing positive interaction experiences. Repeat after me. The conversation went well. Now expand. The conversation went well, and I felt confident. Now advanced. The conversation went well, and I felt confident because I understood and responded naturally. Interaction language reinforces successful communication. Now let's train expressions for expressing enjoyment in learning. Repeat after me. Learning English is fun. Now expand. Learning English is fun when I see progress. Now advanced. Learning English is fun when I see progress and feel myself becoming more fluent. Enjoyment language supports sustained engagement. Next, we practice expressions for reflecting on growth. Repeat after me. I'm better than before. Now expand. I'm better than before because I practiced. Now advanced. I'm better than before because I practiced and applied what I learned in real situations. Growth language strengthens awareness and satisfaction. Now let's develop expressions for future vision. Repeat after me. I can imagine myself speaking fluently. Now expand. I can imagine myself speaking fluently with others. Now advanced. I can imagine myself speaking fluently with others in any situation with confidence and ease. Vision language strengthens long-term motivation. We will continue with final elements of the script, bringing together storytelling flow, communication confidence, emotional expression, natural rhythm, interaction readiness, descriptive depth, and long-form speaking endurance to prepare you for real-life English fluency. Now let's continue by strengthening your ability to express confidence in future communication. Repeat after me. I know I will improve even more. Now expand. I know I will improve even more if I stay consistent. Now advanced. I know I will improve even more if I stay consistent. Keep practicing and continue speaking without fear. Forward confidence language helps you shape expectation and belief. Next, we will practice expressing ownership over learning. Repeat after me. This is my journey. Now expand. This is my journey, and I'm committed to it. Now advanced. This is my journey, and I'm committed to it because learning English is opening doors and shaping my future. Ownership language reinforces responsibility and empowerment. Now, let's train expressions used in reflecting on personal transformation. Repeat after me. I'm not the same as when I started. Now, expand. I'm not the same as when I started learning English. Now, advanced. I'm not the same as when I started learning English because now I think more confidently, speak more clearly, and feel more connected to the world. Transformation language shows meaningful progress. Next, we develop expressions for talking about learning motivation. Repeat after me. I have a reason to learn. Now, expand. I have a reason to learn and keep improving. Now, advanced. I have a reason to learn and keep improving because English helps me in travel, work, study, and communication. Motivation language creates purpose and direction. Now let's practice expressions used to describe readiness for new challenges. Repeat after me. I'm ready for the next step. Now expand. I'm ready for the next step in my learning. Now advanced. I'm ready for the next step in my learning, and I want to challenge myself even more. Readiness language supports forward movement. Next, we train expressions for expressing appreciation for time spent learning. Repeat after me. This time was valuable. Now expand. This time was valuable for my progress. Now advanced. This time was valuable for my progress because I practiced, learned, reflected, and improved. Appreciation language reinforces meaningful learning experiences. Now let's develop expressions used to describe strong commitment. Repeat after me. I'm all in. Now expand. I'm all in and I'm not stopping. Now advanced. I'm all in and I'm not stopping because learning English matters to me and I want to speak confidently. Commitment language strengthens discipline and follow-through. Next, we practice describing pride in consistent effort. Repeat after me. I showed up today. Now expand. I showed up today and practiced. Now advanced. I showed up today and practiced because I want to become the best version of myself in English. Presence language reinforces reliability and consistency. Now let's train expressions used to describe emotional connection to learning. Repeat after me. This means something to me. Now expand. This means something to me because I care. Now advanced. This means something to me because I care about improving, communicating, and growing as a person. Emotional connection language strengthens long-term engagement. Next, we develop expressions for ending a session with confidence. Repeat after me. I learned a lot today. Now, expand. I learned a lot today, and I feel good. Now, advanced. I learned a lot today, and I feel good because I improved my speaking, listening, vocabulary, and confidence. Completion language closes a learning session while reinforcing success. Now let's practice expressions used to prepare for continued learning after the video. Repeat after me. I will keep practicing after this. Now expand. I will keep practicing after this because it helps. Now advanced. I will keep practicing after this because it helps me grow every day and brings me closer to fluency. Continuation language ensures momentum. Next, we will practice expressing anticipation for future lessons. Repeat after me. I'm excited for the next video. Now expand. I'm excited for the next video and more learning. Now advanced. I'm excited for the next video and more learning because each lesson brings me forward and strengthens my English skills. Anticipation language supports viewer retention and return engagement. Now let's build a natural closing that keeps viewers connected. Repeat after me. I'm proud of myself for staying until the end. Now expand. I'm proud of myself for staying until the end because it shows commitment. Now advanced. I'm proud of myself for staying until the end because it shows commitment, determination, and a real desire to improve. And now, the natural closing narration continues seamlessly. Thank you for spending your time learning with me today. The fact that you stayed with this lesson shows your dedication and your belief in your own ability to grow. Remember, fluency is not a destination you reach in one moment. It is a journey built through consistency, curiosity, and confidence. Every sentence you repeated, every idea you absorbed, every moment you stayed focused has moved you forward. If you found this lesson valuable, make sure you subscribe so you never miss a new learning experience. Your journey matters, your progress matters, and your voice matters. The more you practice, the more natural English will become. Keep going, keep learning, keep believing in yourself, and I will see you in the next lesson.